Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV. And as usual, thank you for tuning in. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button, like the video and share your thoughts in the comment section. Really appreciate the support of all of you viewers and subscribers. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing the New Zealand T20 World Cup squad. As you know, the T20 World Cup begins in June, and New Zealand were the first team to release their squad. New Zealand are also in a group with the West Indies. So we're going to be looking at the squad from our West Indies perspective as well. Reviewing the squad and then also looking at some of the challenges that this squad, can pose to the West Indies team in their effort to top the group in the group stage, right? So just from first look at the squad, it's a very experienced team. There are only a few players from in this team that were not in their previous World Cup team. So very consistent selection by New Zealand. So it will definitely be a very, like I said, a very experienced team, and will definitely be a challenge for whatever team they come up against in the tournament. And especially the West Indies, seeing that we are in the same group as them. So reviewing the team. So see, Kane Williamson has been named as their captain. Um, Kane Williamson didn't play in their recent series against Pakistan. But it would be hard to name a New Zealand team and not include Kane Williamson once he is available. He has been a model of consistency for them in all formats, over the years. So once he's available, he definitely will be included in their team. So I'm not surprised to see Kane Williamson in their team and him being named as the captain. Then we also have Finn Allen, Trent Boult, very experienced fast bowler. He takes wickets. That's what he does. And if you're following the IPL, you see him doing the same thing in the IPL. He takes wickets early in the power play. That's what he's known for. And towards the back end of the innings as well, he's very effective. So that will also be a big challenge for the West Indies. Then we have Michael Bracewell, Mark Chapman, Devon Conway, Lockie Ferguson, Matt Henry, Daryl Mitchell, Jimmy Neesham, Glenn Phillips. We know all about him. We've seen him in the CPL a lot of times, and he's a brilliant batsman. Rachin Ravindra, he's one of the newcomers to this squad compared to their squad from the previous T20 World Cup. Mitchell Satner, Ish Saudi, and Tim Saudi. The very experienced bowler. He's been, he's a warrior for New Zealand in all formats as well. Takes a lot of wickets in the test format. In ODI form, I think I'm not sure if he's retired from ODI cricket now, but he's also in their T20s, their squad for the T20 World Cup. So definitely a strong squad, a very competitive squad. They have a good blend of they have a lot of quality batsmen in their team, so namely, of course, Kane Williamson. We all know what he can do. He's very consistent, and if he's at the wicket, he will score. And very smart player. Finn Allen as well can be dangerous, with the bat, so definitely will be one to look out for as well. Michael Bracewell, Devon Conway, very aggressive as well. So Jimmy Neesham, they're all rounder. He will come in their middle order and try to push the score along. If he's in their 11. Glenn Phillips, of course, we all know what he can do. Whether it's batting at the top of the order or in the middle order. Wherever he bats, he has he just has intentions of scoring and scoring at a very high, very fast rate. So definitely will be one to keep an eye on as well in this New Zealand team. Rachin Ravindra, he has been over the past few years, he has been a consistent scorer for New Zealand in different formats of the game. So this will be his first T20 World Cup for them. So he's definitely one to keep an eye on as well, and he can he can do damage, against any team, against any bowling lineup. Um, and then so that's all from Daryl Mitchell. How could I have overlooked Daryl Mitchell? Very attacking. When he gets going, he just hits sixes, and fours. He hits boundaries overall, right? So will definitely be one to keep an eye on as well, in this World Cup. So from a bowling perspective now, I can say like I said, it's a very experienced team, right? So a lot of their bowlers have a lot of experience. So I spoke about Trent Boult earlier. He's an experienced campaigner with this team and playing in leagues all over the world. And like I said, he takes wickets. He takes wickets. That's what Trent Boult is known for. And he can be economical at times, and especially in the T20 format, wickets slows the momentum of any team, so him taking wickets, or being able to take wickets is definitely a good threat to have. So he's a definitely a good inclusion in their team. Tim Saudi, he has a lot of experience. Jimmy Neesham and Daryl Mitchell, they are you know, pace bowlers, medium fast, that they can pose a threat as well, when needed. But what I've noticed with this New Zealand team is that they have a lot of spinning options, right? And their most danger to me, as far so looking at it from a West Indies perspective now, I think their biggest threat to the West Indies, from a bowling perspective and from a West Indies batting perspective, would be Saudi, the leg spinner that they have in their team. It's no secret that West Indian batsmen, we do struggle with spin from time to time, especially leg spinners. And Saudi is a top quality leg spinner. So I think he will pose the biggest challenge to the West Indies batting lineup. When we do play them in the World Cup. And if the West Indies can, see through his overs, and not let him take too many wickets, then they'll definitely, stand a good chance of putting up a high total against this New Zealand team. But Saudi is not the only spin option they have, so but I think he is the most dangerous spin option to the West Indies. But other spinners that they'll have as well. So Mitch Satner, the left hand orthodox spinner, he is quality as well. Um, and he has done damage to the West Indies in the past, in series that we've played against them. So he will be one to keep an eye on as well. Then you have a few spinning all rounders. So Bracewell as well. He's right hander, off spin, but he's definitely one not to be, underestimated, especially with the West Indies lineup, which I think which does have, quite a few left-handers as well. And so from a matchup standpoint, the off spinner against the left-handed batsman is usually a good matchup for the off spinner. So and Bracewell, he has taken wickets against us in the past as well. So I think he'll be one to keep an eye on. And then you have Glenn Phillips. He's an off spinner. He definitely won't bowl his full quota of overs, but it's an option that they'll have, if they see that spin is working in the match. So Glenn Phillips as well, Ravindra as well. He is a left-handed, slow bowler, orthodox spinner. So that's another spinning option that the New Zealand team will have, in their lineup. And Mark Chapman as well. So there are quite a few spin options, in this squad that was released by New Zealand. And from a West Indies perspective, Saudi is the most dangerous because of his quality as a leg spinner. Because yeah, you can be a leg spinner, but if you don't have if you're not able to control the ball and put the ball in the right areas, then you can go for a lot of runs. But Saudi, he definitely has the quality to put the ball in the right areas, turn the ball both ways. So with his natural leg spinner, or whether it's a googly or whatever variation that he uses, he has a lot of variations. So he can definitely pose a big challenge to the West Indies team. But nevertheless, I think I'm being a West Indies fan, being a West Indian fan, of course, I am going to be biased to the West Indies team, and not only be biased, but have a lot of confidence in the West Indies team. And I am confident that, not only against New Zealand, but whatever team the West Indies come up against, we can definitely, beat any team that we come up against, once the team plays up to their potential, and play smart cricket. That's one thing that West Indies have been, I would say, have fallen short on, in numerous times, is, you know not just hitting the boundaries, but playing smart cricket, rotating the strike, giving bowlers different looks at different batsmen, and not just have them bowling at the same batsman for the entire over. And they have been making, conscious efforts to do that. Even in the last series against Australia, we see where it wasn't just all about boundary hitting, but a lot of emphasis was placed on rotating the strike, and like I said, not having bowlers bowl consistently at the same batsman. And I think that they'll continue in that on that trend, going into the World Cup. So it definitely won't be easy to beat this New Zealand team, but I think the West Indies, have what it takes to beat them. But definitely a strong squad released by New Zealand, a lot of experience, and I'm sure they will, have hopes of winning the title, and they definitely can win it with the squad. But again, the match is played on the day, and any team have all the teams in the competition have equal chances of winning the match. Regardless of how strong or how weak they look on paper, the match is played on the day, right? So they'll definitely stand a good chance of winning the T20 World Cup with this team. A lot of experience. So in the pressure moments, that experience will definitely come in handy for them, right? So, but that is all I have for you in this video, West Indies fans. So again, New Zealand, became the first team to release their squad for the World Cup, and it's a very strong team, very experienced team, and they have been consistent with their selection, and only a few new players included in the team. So there will be a lot of team chemistry there as well, which is another plus for the New Zealand team. Is team chemistry, and both on and off the field, right? That definitely can play a part in the team's performance in the tournament. So like I said, strong team by New Zealand, and but I think the West Indies, have what it takes to beat them and top the group. But it won't be easy. Obviously it won't be easy, but it can be done by the West Indies. So that's all I have for you in this video, viewers and subscribers. As usual, share your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, and you like the video. And before I go, let me just review the team again. So the team is Kane Williamson, Finn Allen, Devon Conway, Michael Bracewell, Mark Chapman, Daryl Mitchell, James Neesham, Glenn Phillips, Rachin Ravindra, Mitchell Satner, Trent Boult, Lockie Ferguson, Matt Henry, Is Saudi, and Tim Saudi. So that's the New Zealand team that will take part in the T20 World Cup. So thank you for tuning in.